Hey everyone, take a look. I got into the beta. I spent my time watching a few of my other favorite streamers that were messing around with the beta so I could be able to get my key, claimed it. I had to wait over an hour for it to actually, get acknowledged and processed. I'm sure with thousands of other people also trying to do the same thing, it was taking Blizz a while to get that up and running. But yeah, I'm in the PvP beta for Overwatch 2. In case you're wondering, very basic menu here, obviously. But then you can, of course, go over to here and take a look at what they're doing right now when it comes to the options. Right off the bat shows you what your graphics card is. That's what I currently have. I'm actually planning on saving up and getting a better one since I've been having some issues with other games, which I think maybe just upgrading to a better graphics card may be the answer. I'm not entirely sure about that, but I've heard some say it's not a bad graphics card. It's just not like, amazing top of the line like some others are. Problem is, these days, a lot of them are pretty expensive with all the shortage stuff going around, so let's just say they're not cheap these days. I didn't manually set these. I just launched it, and it seemed like this is what it predetermined the settings to be. You can be able to, if you want to increase the frame rate to 120, 144, 165, any of those things that you feel. It's interesting that it immediately defaulted to 60. I wonder if maybe having it go to 120. Oh! Okay, so it took a moment there, but it looks like... Okay. Of course, the frame rate is still hovering around that 60, so, we'll just go ahead and leave it that way, Various different options that it looks basically the same as you would imagine from the first game. Not that much of a difference. You can be able to set up your different communication lines and such. Basically, it looks like everything that is already in the menu and options for the first Overwatch game is already here. Nothing new, unless they just kind of up the different options. Like, I don't believe these options were in the first game, so obviously this is supposed to be like the next gen version of this game, basically, so you can be able to just simply up the quality if you are capable of doing so, but you can be able to go ahead and mess with that yourself. Tracer looks a little different, but then again, some of the other heroes in this game look a little different. What's funny is the avatar here for Reinhardt, you can also see basically there, the 108, 123, when they said that they're going to try and keep all the unlocks that you have from your main account into this one, it looks like they weren't kidding, though. It looks like it's not entirely up to date, since I can tell that some things I have currently equipped in the main Overwatch game, Overwatch 1, is not currently equipped here. What's interesting, though, is when you look at the avatars and then you look at the skins are not the up-to-date models like you can see here. Mercy doesn't have the up-to-date avatar like you just saw there of her picture. I'm sure that's going to come later on when the actual main game launches, but you can see here a lot of the skins I already have unlocked for Mercy are already here, even though some I do have unlocked are actually not here on other characters. Like, for example, let me see. For example, I was able to unlock these skins in the recent anniversary event, but it still shows that they are unavailable. So it's not entirely up to date. It's recently up to date, but not entirely. Even the credits there you saw are a little out of date. This is the new hero, Sojourn. I just got this installed, so I haven't gotten to get in and play or anything. And in case you're wondering, yes, there were some reworks of characters I heard about, like Bastion I heard had a rework. What's interesting is I heard that he now has an artillery ultimate, become immobile and fire up to 3 powerful artillery shells. I heard about this, I just haven't really watched it. I figured I'll learn about these changes when the game comes out, or when the beta comes out, and I'll mess with it then. It's interesting, though, to know that some characters are just getting complete reworks. I heard that Sombra got a rework. I'm very... Ooh, that's interesting. Critically injured heroes through walls and deal more damage to hacked enemies. Interesting. Okay, so that seems, yeah, Yeah, I can definitely tell that, look at the avatars there. That there's going to be some changes here that are going to probably take a little time to get used to, but I don't know if there's going to be anything too drastic of a change to really get over. Now, here's something interesting. Look at this. You see the roles here, right? People enlist under the roles. Doomfist is now a tank. What in the world? Power block. Protect yourself from frontal attacks, blocking heavy damage, and empowers rocket punch. That is so interesting. Reduce knockback received and less ultimate generated by healing and damage received. So that's what a tank passive has. That's so interesting that Doomfist is now a tank, which is hilarious because also Mei is a tank in Heroes of the Storm, just not here. She's still a damage, but anyways. What does it say about a damage character? That their movement speed is increased. Now that's interesting. So DPS move faster. What about healers? Support. Automatically heal over time. And support passive is greatly increased. So she heals more so. But I guess now, does that mean other healers just passively heal over time? They do. So they won't have to, oh my gosh, Ana can heal herself without having to use her grenade. It used to be, crap, I have to throw my grenade down near me in order to heal myself. Oh, man. The fact that she's now going to be able to just go ahead and heal herself passively without needing to throw her grenade down, that kind of can change some things in terms of how you can play Ana. Huh. Well, obviously, I'm very interested in getting into a game and trying out some stuff. Obviously, I want to try out the new Sojourn hero. So let's see. So right now, obviously, this is a beta. This is strictly for players to test out the PvP systems in the game. The PvE stuff is going to be worked on, I'm sure, later. That may be a separate beta. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, obviously, when it comes to a beta or an alpha, only certain things will be available to actually mess around with. You can either do some training, custom games, or just do an unranked quick play game. So we can be able to go to unranked and then do either quick play, select a queue. You can see there's some other things here, but they are not available yet. So let's go ahead and, ooh. So I've got those priority passes. I'm sure everybody's going to be trying out Sojourn. So I'm going to see if I can, but I don't know. At the same time, if I use a priority pass here under 1 minute, which is hilarious considering that in the regular game, tank is like the fastest queue. But yet here in this beta, apparently tank is the longest queue. And I'm not entirely sure why that is. Maybe it's because of the fact that this is now a new comp make that you can do in this game. Now, it's something I've been very familiar with in games like Heroes of the Storm, which is one tank. Now, in Overwatch, the standard is now 2 tanks, 2 DPS, and 2 healers. In Heroes of the Storm, it's usually supposed to be 1 tank and either 2 DPS or 2 healers, or 3 DPS and 1 healer. So it's not in like a brand new, like, oh, this has never been seen or heard of before. This is just probably new and different for Overwatch, since it's usually always been 6-on-6. Now it's going to be 5-on-5. So, yeah. And I'm sure also, I don't know, maybe some people are obviously going to want to try out the fact that Doomfist is a tank. That just boggles my mind when you think about it. I mean, I did like that he had that passive where he could generate shields if he did damage. Just FYI, I actually don't dislike Doomfist as much as other people do. Oh, we are in a game. Here we go.
Now arriving at Lijiang Tower. Prepare for battle. Select your hero.
So, there's, of course, good old trusty Reinhardt. One of my favorite guys, Winston. Roadhog, of course. I'm so curious about how Doomfist is as a tank, though. And I'm not a Doomfist player. Alright, you know what? Fine. We'll just, we'll go with my, Nah, you know what? We'll go with Ryan. 650 health.
ready to have some fun.
So it doesn't look like he had any huge changes.
Hello.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
You can see how things look different here. Look at the icons, the UI, it's different, but yet it's so familiar that it doesn't feel like, oh gosh, I don't know what's happening. Also, 2 charges on Fire Strike now. Probably not a great idea for me to charge him like that, but I thought I could be able to hopefully not hit Hog there, but hit one of the healers. The other thing, though, is that it helped get my team the chance to capture the point, so... And they are getting kills.
I'm on fire.
Hi, Hog! Oh! Well, I did get both Mercy and Reaper there, but... Oh. Man, even the scoreboard screen looks different. How interesting. I'll tell you what, guys, I am looking forward to playing through this and learning all the different kind of intricacies and how this game works now. Leave my Mercy alone! I get very protective of my healers. Ana! Oh, hi. Oh. Well, that's one of the problems with this map, is you're setting yourself up to get knocked over the edge there. It's usually a very common thing that's why I see a lot of Lucios on this map, so they can just boop you off. Same with Pharah. Oh, I'm so slow! Oh, Mercy was so ready to get killed there, and I just couldn't catch her. Oh! I was so close to getting her there. Man, the ultimate meter also looks different.
Stand behind me, friends.
Oh, I landed that on 4 of them there. I always thank my Mercy whenever she reses me. Ah! Didn't realize the point.
Score 0-1.
I'm tempted, but that's something I can do on my own. Maybe I'll do Sigma.
There is no
Especially to counter the Hog and the Reaper, because I can do this if they come after me, so I can just kind of, you know, absorb that and turn into shields.
3, 2, 1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
Don't think anything changed here with Sigma.
barrier in place.
Oh my gosh, Anna. That is one of the issues, though, playing against Hog, is when he sees me doing that, he can be able to just hook me out of it. The best thing to do is to wait until after he hooks me, and then do that, because that's when he's going to try and, you know, hit me with damage. Someone on their team left.
Observe the barrier.
Huh.
Too close. In range of the objective. Form up on me.
Oh yeah!
For the parched.
Here they come.
Washed off.
Ah, he switched to Winston.
Activating the barrier.
Well, since we have a Reaper, probably not a great idea.
I'm on fire.
Busy day.
I don't see where it shows how much my shield is at while it's recharging.
Use some help. Let's get into a healing rhythm.
Rocket barrage incoming.
Got you in my sights.
Cannot escape me.
Deine Göttin ist da.
Enemies revived.
I'm like, guys, just... Let's just fight, you know, wait for them to come on the point and fight them there.
Observe the barrier. Barrier protection. Sing for me.
Double. Triple.
Multiple
Oh, let's break it. Yeah!
Hold together.
Get into this groove.
Touching down.
Oh, he's an angry monkey!
Round 2. 1.
That's not right.
Score. 1.
It's going to be very interesting to see how other tank characters do as solo tanks now. Like, usually Zarya is not considered a solo tank because she's usually more of a support tank being able to provide shields to other characters. But if she is now a solo tank, I would think that would mean they'd have to kind of buff up her shield abilities to make her a more viable solo tank.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 3. Capture the objective.
A better world is possible today.
Hello?
Double. The objective is now.
Bet you didn't expect that from us. Darwin would be.
There it is. Blizz,
I feel
make it visible the timer that it needs to come back. That's probably a bug. Just letting you know, that's a bug you're gonna have to work on. Just saying. Look at the difference in how the electricity on Winston's weapon looks. Sorry to Mercy players, but this is what you do as Winston. You chase down Mercies and Lucios.
Excuse me for
Wither away.
Oh yeah, Orisa had a rework. She's definitely different.
This ends now.
I'm guessing he wasn't happy I knocked him off.
Cannot escape me.
Look at... I'm not sure how I feel about that change to how the electricity in Winston's weapon looks.
That takes surrender to my will. Persistence is always rewarded. Victory.
GG.
Play of the game.
Yep. Knocked us over the bridge. Environmental kills definitely help with play of the game. So while we're on those thoughts, let me go ahead and... So let's see, Orisa has a different ult now. Terra Surge, sweeping enemies and anchor down, gaining the effects of fortifying and charging up a surge of damage. She also has Energy Javelin. Launch your javelin at an enemy to stun and knock them back. More effective if the enemy hits a wall. Javelin Spin. Spin your javelin to destroy enemy projectiles, push enemies, and increase forward speed. Interesting. Did Hammond get any changes? It doesn't look like it. Did Hog get any changes? Nah, not really. I wonder if it shows here that he has... No. So it doesn't show that he has a second Fire Strike, a second charge of it. So that's interesting. I heard that you can actually charge and then you can actually stop or hit it again to tell it when to stop. I didn't really test it out during that match. Like, there's obviously a number of characters here that got some changes that I definitely want to check out. I don't know if Soldier got any changes. It doesn't look like he did. But it could be subtle changes like the second charge of the Fire Strike that it's just not shown here in the tooltip, which I would say, Blizz, go ahead and add that in the tooltip. Just go ahead and add the little part there under Fire Strike that says, has 2 charges. Just to let players know that you have more than one charge of this ability. You know, just extra useful information like that helps, you know, rather than having to learn it or discover it when you first enter a game. You know, just kind of giving yourself an idea of what you're, you know, going to be getting yourself into if you're going to be trying out this character, which obviously you guys can probably guess. I'm going to try out Doomfist of how he is as a tank now. That's just such an interesting change. I obviously want to try out the new Sojourn character. I saw she has an interesting backstory. They actually have a little origin story for her on the launcher. So I'm going to, she has a railgun. It's going to be very interesting to see how she works. She has a power slide, a disruptor shot. Her ult is a energy auto charges for a short duration, then shots pierce enemies. That'll be interesting to see how that works. Obviously she doesn't have anything in the gallery here other than sprays. Probably because, they're still working on her character and how she works. And just kind of coming up with ideas for different skins and such. That's probably not going to happen until the game actually launches. I doubt we're going to see anything in her gallery in any I like the avatar changes, but let's get some skin updates so we can actually see them look like these new updates. We saw footage of them like that at BlizzCon when you announced this game, Blizzard. So let's get some skin updates to try and showcase that. I know that right now this is just about learning, seeing how it works technically, to check any bugs or anything. Obviously, I'm not one of those big name attention streamers or YouTubers that's going to get a lot more attention than others when it comes to this, but I'm just saying, anyways. I'm also very curious. There's something else that they mentioned that we're going to be able to do that is obviously not here, which is being able to actually upgrade and level up our characters to change how they play. Like the upgrade to the pulse bomb that Tracer has. Obviously, you guys probably saw that in the footage. That's something I'm very curious about. So, yeah. I have some messing around to do with this beta and the characters, seeing how they play, how they play differently. Obviously, some of the UI changes for the characters are also a little different. I liked when you saw how when I was Reinhardt, when I was getting healed by Mercy, that actually showed the icon there. I like when I had my barrier up as Sigma, it actually showed the barrier strength on the middle of my screen. Although it didn't show what its current strength was as it was recharging. Did you notice that? That's something that I think they need to add or fix. Just a UI change. That's all I'm saying. That's all that would be very, very helpful because I need to know what my barrier strength is before I put it back up while it's recharging, Blizz. Anyways. I'm going to mess around a bit. If I find anything more, discover anything more, I may do a follow-up on this. We'll see how long this beta will be up. I have no idea. So, anyways, hopefully I'll be able to bring you guys more stuff about the Overwatch 2 beta, and I will see you guys then.